What's up guys, it's Jaden, and today we're going to be taking a look at a really unique keyboard accessory, specifically a coil cable. Now a coil cable is a great keyboard accessory that can easily complement the keycap set that you have on your keyboard or your setup's color scheme as a whole. With that being said, on this channel I tend to stick to product reviews, posting once a week on Saturdays at 12 o'clock. So if you guys are new here, consider subscribing. In addition, I do stream on over at Twitch, so if you have any questions about anything I talk about in this video, I'd love to answer them over on stream. I had originally been using the standard basic red cable that came with my AND Pro 2, and while it served its purpose fine, I really wanted to take that cable to the next level. In the past, I had installed some new keycaps to my keyboard, and I had recently just upgraded my mousepad, so I thought by getting a new cable, this would easily top it all off. Now when it comes to buying coil cables, there's a ton of websites that you can pick them up from, but two of my favorites are Swift Shells and Space Cables. These allow for the greatest customization, whether you're looking to add a unique design to the coil itself or customize the aviator to your personal liking. I picked mine up over at Melotech because this cable was in stock and I really didn't want to spend a ton of money on customization. I was just looking for a basic cable that I thought looked cool. But if you're looking to really take this to another level, Space Cables and Swift Shells allow for so much customization. Now when it comes to pricing of coil cables, they can range anywhere from around $25 to $65. Again, depending on how much customization you do. I will leave a couple links down below to these websites if you guys are interested in checking them out. A very commonly asked question is, what's the point of a coil cable? And to be honest, it doesn't give you any advantage. It's all for aesthetics, and it just really makes your setup look cool. And if you're someone that's not really going to show off your coil cable, there's really no point to pick one up. If you're fine with the standard cable that came with your keyboard, then stick with that. Let's talk about what makes a good coil cable, because this is very important. First off, you want to make sure that the coil is tight. A good way to test this is by simply pulling the cable apart, letting it go, and seeing if it snaps back in place. That's a good sign that you have a good coil. A bad coil cable will lose its form over time. So a tight coil is very important, and it also helps with the looks of the cable. Another really important thing that can really determine whether you have a good coiled cable is the heat shrink around the USB cable. In the past, I've dealt with bad cables that have bad heat shrink around the USB cables, but it's not going to help with the functionality of the cable as well. Just how the coil is meant for looks, so is the aviator. And when it comes to actually connecting your aviator, it's really simple. Just line up the holes, plug it in, and then screw it on. The cool thing about coil cables, specifically the aviator, is that this is where you can do almost all the customization you want. So if you have a really unique mousepad, you can match it almost identically to that as well, and really just make your setup stand out. Are coil cables a keyboard accessory that you should pick up? If you're someone that really likes to show off your setup, this is a great addition that you can add to your setup. It can really complement your keycap set as well as your mousepad and just your color scheme of your setup in general. But if you're someone that really doesn't show off their setup, there's no point to really spend anywhere from $30 and above on something that's really not going to benefit you whatsoever. It's not like a coil cable functions differently from a regular coil cable. The only difference is aesthetics and looks. So if that's something you're really into, I would highly recommend picking one up. And for me, I personally like them, and I'm probably going to buy a few in the future to maybe match some of the future keycaps that I get from my keyboard. I hope this video was helpful and you learned something about coiled cables. I hope I was able to give you guys insight on coil cables and whether this keyboard accessory is something you guys should pick up. If you did go on to enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe down below for more content like this. In addition, I do stream on Twitch, so if you'd like to catch me when I'm live, the link is down below in the description below. And with that being said, thanks for watching.